It's the hottest day of the year. You're melting, and then you press one button and cold air pours out of a box on your wall. Like magic. But here's the thing nobody tells you. Your air conditioner doesn't actually make cold. There's no cold generator hiding inside it. So what is really happening in that box? First, forget the word cold. Physically, cold isn't a thing you can create. There's no such thing as cold particles. There's only heat energy, and there's either more of it or less of it. Cold is just the name we give to not much heat. And heat has a rule it always obeys. It flows from hot to cold. A hot coffee cools down in a cool room. An ice cube melts in your warm hand. Heat always drifts from where there's more of it to where there's less. Never the other way, at least not on its own. So here's the challenge. On a hot day, it's cooler inside your room than outside, which means heat naturally wants to flow into your room the wrong direction. To cool your room, an air conditioner has to fight nature and push heat the wrong way, out of the cool room into the hot outdoors. And forcing heat uphill takes work. That work is why your AC needs electricity. Air conditioners pull this off using two simple bits of physics you already know. Trick number 1. When a liquid evaporates, it absorbs heat and cools its surroundings. It's why you feel cold stepping out of a pool and why rubbing alcohol feels icy on your skin. The liquid steals heat from you to turn itself into vapor. Trick number 2. Squeeze a gas and it heats up. Let it expand and it cools down. Ever noticed a bike pump getting warm as you pump? That's compression heating the air. And a spray can turning cold as you use it? That's the gas expanding as it escapes. Compress equals hot. Expand equals cold. Remember those two? They're the entire secret. An air conditioner combines both tricks using one special ingredient that cycles between liquid and gas over and over. Meet the refrigerant. Refrigerant is a specially engineered fluid with a superpower. It boils at a very low temperature, far colder than water. That means it can flip between liquid and gas easily, again and again, inside a sealed loop of pipes. It's the courier that carries heat out of your room, picking heat up inside and dropping it off outside. And it never gets used up. It's sealed inside forever, just cycling round and round, trip after trip. The whole machine is really just 4 main parts, working in a loop. The compressor, the condenser, the expansion valve, and the evaporator. Watch what each one does. Station 1, the compressor. It lives in the noisy box outside, and it's the heart of the system. It takes the refrigerant as a cool, low-pressure gas and squeezes it hard. And remember trick 2? Squeezing a gas heats it, so it leaves as a hot, high-pressured gas, now hotter than the outside air. Station 2. The condenser coils in the outdoor unit with a big fan blowing over them. The refrigerant arrives as that super hot gas. Because it's now hotter than the outside air, heat flows out of it into the passing air. That's the warm breeze you feel behind an outdoor unit. As it dumps that heat, the gas cools and condenses back into a liquid. This is the moment your room's heat actually leaves the building. Station 3. The expansion valve. A tiny, narrow opening and the real turning point. That warm, high-pressure liquid is forced through this pinch point, and on the other side, the pressure suddenly drops. And when a fluid's pressure falls, it gets cold. Ice cold. In an instant, the refrigerant becomes a frigid, low-pressure mist, colder than your room. Station 4. The evaporator. The coils inside the unit on your wall. Now the refrigerant is freezing cold, and a fan blows your warm room air across these cold coils. The cold refrigerant absorbs heat from the air and evaporates back into a gas, soaking up your room's warmth like a sponge. The air that blows back out has had its heat stolen, so it comes out cool. That's the cold air on your face. And the refrigerant, now a warm, low-pressure gas, heads straight back to the compressor to start all over. So let's watch one full lap. Cold refrigerant enters the coils inside your room, soaks up heat, and evaporates into a gas. That gas travels outside to the compressor, which squeezes it into a hot, high-pressured gas. In the condenser, it dumps all that heat into the outdoor air and condenses into a liquid. Then the expansion valve drops its pressure and turns it ice cold again, and it heads back inside for more. Round and round, dozens of times a minute. And notice what just happened. At no point did the machine make cold. All it did was pick up heat in one place and carry it to another. Your air conditioner is basically a heat taxi, endlessly ferrying warmth from your room to the world outside. This is also why most air conditioners come in two parts. The indoor unit holds the cold side, the evaporator that chills your air. The outdoor unit holds the hot side, the compressor and condenser that dump the heat. They're connected by copper pipes carrying the refrigerant between them. It makes sense. You want the noisy, heat-spewing half outside and the quiet, cooling half in your room. One last bonus. Ever wondered why your AC drips water and why a room feels less sticky after it runs? When warm, humid air hits those freezing coils, the water vapor cools past its limit and condenses into liquid. The same way droplets form on a cold glass of water. So your AC doesn't just cool your air, it dries it too. That dripping water is the humidity it pulled from your room. Now, moving heat still costs energy. That compressor is why a C dominates your summer electricity bill. And here's the beautiful twist. Run this whole cycle backwards, and you can pull heat from the cold outside air and pump it inside to warm your home. That's a heat pump, an air conditioner that can heat too. Same machine, same four parts, just in reverse. So next time you feel that cold air, remember, nothing in there is making cold. A special fluid is quietly soaking up your room's heat, getting squeezed and cooled, and carrying that heat outside over and over. 4 parts, 2 physics streaks, 1 endless loop. That's the magic in the box on your wall. If this changed how you see that boring box on your wall, subscribe. I break down the hidden science in everyday things every week. And tell me, what everyday machine should I explain next?